This story is a big deal, and it is a story that you won't, in all likelihood, hear reported across much of the national liberal media. The Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States has given the okay to a more than $15 billion acquisition by China's state-run oil producer, CNOOC, the Canadian-based company, Nexen. Its assets include a number of oil and gas platforms in the Gulf of Mexico, as you see there. They account for roughly 8% of Nexen's total crude oil production. Joining me now to talk about what is China's biggest foreign overseas deal yet, Dean Pops. He directed all technology acquisition for the U.S. Army under Presidents Bush and Obama. He is the co-chair of a nonprofit Washington, D.C. group, the Strategic Materials Advisory Council. Dean, good to have you here. I have to say, I was shocked this was approved without qualification. Were you?
I was shocked beyond belief, Lou, and putting it into sequence with a number of things that have happened since Election Day 2012. What we're seeing is a complete reversal in the president's policy. I wish tonight in the State of the Union he would address the inconsistency that he had, that prior to national elections he was pro-labor, pro-union, pro-U.S. manufacturing, pro-U.S. industries, defense industries, and the like, and that it's been one thing after the other since November 6th.
This deal, the Canadians themselves said in December, as they approved the acquisition of Nexen by CNOOC, the Chinese overseas oil company, the Canadians announced it would be the last deal of its kind that would be approved by the Canadian government, that it was drawing a clear line against state-controlled companies taking majority stakes in the strategic Canadian oil sands. This is a huge, huge natural resource acquisition by China in those critical strategic oil sands.
And you have to link it, Lou, to what happened in the weeks prior to that. In the weeks prior to that, China acquired A123 battery systems that you and I spoke about,
right,
and which gives them the absolute 8 to 10 year lead in renewable energy. Now, by the acquisition of Nexen in Canada, which, by the way, gives them offshore oil fields in the Gulf of Mexico and puts them right next to Naval Air Station New Orleans, I might add, which is a military and a national security concern. They've also gotten the natural energy supply chain part of this.
And let's be clear about what CFIUS, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, is. It is President Obama. It is nothing more than a fig leaf, if you will, for the president's executive, even imperial power. It involves the Treasury Secretary of the Homeland. We go through all of the executive departments. This is nothing more than the President of the United States himself signing this away. And he should do it straight up and boldly, and like you say, perhaps address it tonight in the State of the Union.
All of the leaders of the CFIUS process in every one of the executive agencies are political appointees. In some instances, they're also Senate confirmed. And I hope that in the Senate confirmations that come up this week and next, Lou, that we have a chance to keep asking those questions about why there is this giveaway during this second term of the Obama administration.
Let me ask you, Dean Pops, why is there this giveaway by this president now?
I believe that he feels unconstrained and feels that he can repay favors that have been done both in the cynical political world. I also noted that Bill Daley, his former chief of staff, and a representative of Rahm Emanuel were, just as of the date of the CFIUS decision made for A123 battery, found themselves in Beijing and Shanghai asking for real estate investments in the city of Chicago. So it's all very cynical here, Lou, what the quid pro quos are, but it doesn't bode well or spell well for our country.
And it is all happening without remark or any inquiry by the United States Congress. Dean Pops, thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate it. This deal is done. The next deal is where the battle will be done, and let's hope that some people are learning something as we analyze what the CNOOC Nexen deal represents to U.S. interests. We're going to have much more on that deal and the President's State of the Union address coming up with E18.